So the Detroit Lions are really banking on health and development of players to boost their defensive line, because honestly, if they're not gonna move, everybody who prominently gone other than Trey Hendrickson, right? So if they're not gonna move, and they're not gonna trade for Trey Hendrickson, my thing on that is, if you didn't want to pay $20 million or $21 million to Josh Sweat to come to Detroit, why are you gonna pay Trey Hendrickson $30 million to come to Detroit, even if it's 3 years? They're not gonna do it, right? So, if they banking on health, getting healthy and developing players, and that may be draftees. And, you hear them talking about what they expect a big year out of Marcus Davenport, or, they expect Levon Zerike to pay the defensive tackle position and have a big year. They expect, man, I forget the other dude's name. I'm pretty sure they expect Marcus Davenport to have a big year. He wasn't doing shit before he got injured. So really, they're banking on health and development. You got to remember, a lot of them guys that they banking on, they've been injured. Davenport been injured his career. Anzarike been injured for his career. Josh Pascal been injured before he even got to the league. So was Anzarike. Aiden Hutchinson coming off an ACL injury. A broken fibula or a fractured fibula. Aleem McNeil is coming off an ACL injury, over a 300-pound plus man. Don't forget, DJ Reader last year had a second torn quad. So then you start talking about Makai Wingo, played a few games his rookie year, got injured. Broderick Martin still ain't developed. So think about it. They're really banking on luck. They was talking about, yeah, man, Antoine Green, we didn't need to get a receiver. We believe in Antoine Green. This motherfucker lasted a half a preseason game. So you got to, is it arrogance, or is it being cheap? Or is it a combination of those things or something else? That's what you got to ask yourself. Is it arrogance, or is it being cheap? You got to ask yourself, is it, with the Detroit Lions, is it arrogance, or is it being cheap? Knowing that your glaring need is a pass rusher. And guess what? The most expensive thing to get on the market is a pass rusher. If it's not a quarterback and it's not protecting the quarterback's blind side, it's a pass rusher. When you start in the franchise, the first few things you look at: quarterback, protect the quarterback, get the quarterback. Them the top three things when you build a franchise. In that order: quarterback, blind side protection, get the quarterback. So it's the third one. It's probably the third. Just think about it, the third most prestigious thing to get. And they probably like, we about to pay Aiden Hutchinson all this money. He should be able to do it. He got enough help up front. And that's how they think. They're not thinking like the Eagles thinking, let's just close that gap. Let's just roll the dice right now. Let's go for it. Let's get it done. We'll worry about the financials later. They ain't thinking like that. They're being cheap. They're being cheap. They going to get in the draft, and are they going to draft a defensive end? Last year they took 2 corners and still had to go get a free agent corner this year. The fucking point of going to get 2 corners then. But guess what? Ennis Rackstraw couldn't stay healthy. They don't believe in any speed in the front seven. And if you fast, the Lions don't want you. And we wonder why Lamar Jackson still running on their ass, why Josh Allen has so much success. They don't believe in getting guys who can run. And that's the number one thing that they need on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson. Somebody that can get the point A to Z like that. So they're going to bank on, being more durable this season. They're going to bank on, being more durable. And you'd be like, okay, let's help our defensive coordinator out, our new defensive coordinator. Let's give him a little bit of oomph. Let's give him a little bit more. No. And his track record history shows us that, he gonna get somebody that's injured. Whether it's Anzarike, Josh Pascal, the draft F.A. Melifanu. It's a bunch of guys he drafted that's just broken up. Even on the offensive side, the dude from the tight end from Virginia Tech. So they banking on health and development. Marcus Davenport ain't never been healthy. What if one of them guys has a setback in rehab, or they not ready? Even when they was ready, it was Aiden Hutchinson and nobody the fuck else. You be thinking like, why would they cut Zadarius Smith? And obviously this video is premature because we still got the draft. They still can make draft day trade, but it's just cheap. It's cheap. You could have went out there, paid Josh Sweat. Maybe he didn't want to be here. We don't know the story. Could have paid him $21 million and been done with it. Maybe he wasn't big enough or strong. And they just get these big defensive linemen and wonder why they struggle to get the quarterback. It's a different game. Yes, the Lions can stop the run. Great. They linebackers are big as hell. Their defensive line is big, but it's nobody that can literally run. Nobody that can run. Other than Aiden Hutchinson and Davenport, but they don't have guys that can just that's gonna beat you and close that gap. And they don't want. I mean, if they get James Pierce, that'll be a huge help. That'll be exactly what they need. But they need to double up. We may say Harlem World double up. They need to double up. They need to double up on pass rushing. And that's just the God honest truth. But we know how they're going to do. They're going to get a receiver. They're going to draft another corner. They might draft a tight end. They might draft a fucking linebacker. Draft another. That's how they do. They do best player available. But, you know, people say, well, Brad deserves the benefit of the doubt. Based on what? What has he won? He won a division twice, but what has he won? You know, he's done a great job drafting. You know, if his guys can stay healthy, he might be damn near batting perfect. But, you know, continue to bake on your ability to draft and develop. Like, it ain't the time for that. It ain't the time for that. Because a lot of guys that you draft, they red shirt. Whether it was the tight end from Virginia Tech, whether it was Christian Mahogany, he basically red shirted last year. You know, it was a bunch of guys that this dude drafted that just couldn't stay healthy. Terrion Arnold was in and out the lineup last year. Ennis Rackstraw, injured. You know, Anzarike, Josh Pascal, Makai Wingo. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of guys that he drafted just don't have durability. He drafted Derek Barnes, Malcolm Rodriguez. All these motherfuckers broke up and injured. Laporta came into the season injured last year. Don't forget, both your safeties came into the training camp with an injury. Brian Branch walked in with a boot, and Kirby Joseph had a hip injury. I'm just saying, bro. His track record for durability, you know, down the line when these guys get healthy, they can play. But I don't know if it's just his eye for injury-prone guys, or is it something that the strength and conditioning nutritionist ain't doing? I don't know. Is it a black cloud over the Lions organization? You call it. But hey, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, drop video. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.